DeMeco Ryan's head coach of your Houston Texans had a press conference yesterday, and I'm not making a comparison between he and this predecessor. All I'm saying is I don't want to hear these words from DeMeco Ryan's.
All of our coaches understand that it all starts with us, and not just Matt, Bobby. It starts with me first, and it all starts with me. Whatever we put out there, on game day, it starts with me, and I'll take the onus for that. We all have to coach it better. When we coach it better, it'll show up better on the field, just being on the details of our jobs.
I don't want to hear him say starts with me. I don't want to hear that. Bill O'Brien said that crap all the time. And yeah, it's unfair to compare what one man says versus what another man said before, for sure. But I don't want to hear it starts with me, even though it did start with him, Sean Mapes.
Yes, well, with Bill O'Brien, it started and ended with him. But also,
really ended.
Bill O'Brien, this is just kind of a coaching cliche, so I'm not going to be too worried about it. But if I were to be worried about it, I mean, Bill O'Brien's the best coach in Texans history. So, why are we so scared of him being like Bill O'Brien? He's the best coach this franchise ever had.
We just can't let him find a way to get complete control of the roster.
Nick Caserio, hold on tight to that job.
All I can say is I hope that someday we find out about everything that was going on behind the scenes for this organization in 2016, 2017, 2018. Everyone knows about the Jack Easterby stuff. I want to know the tell-all about those years. And I wonder if anyone's ever going to have the balls to put into writing what happened those years.
It's kind of tough because not only do you, like you said, you need the huevos to write that, you also need to have the insight and have the, you have to have been boots on the ground well connected.
And one of those guys is retired, Mark Berman, who I feel like would maybe know a thing or two. This is what I want from the general. I want the tell-all of what was going on those 3 years.
The general's last stand?
Yeah.
You also, though, need the appetite to read that kind of tell-all thing, and I think it would be very interesting to Texans fans, but I don't think it's not exactly the last dance is what I'm saying. It's not going to captivate the hearts and minds of the nation. I think it'll be for sickos like you and me that are like, whoa, what happened to Brian Gaine? What went on there?
I'm not even thinking about that either. It's because Brian Gaine was there. It's the
Rick
O'Brien
Smith getting shanked.
The O'Brien Rick Smith stuff is fascinating, and yet there's just rumors. There's nothing that is concrete. Anyway, I don't want to dive into that.
We need Brian T. Smith to write that.
He went to London.
No, but the thing is, he's out of the game.
That's true.
He doesn't need all these bridges. He
International
can burn them
waters.
all.
International waters now. He's in England.
Chubb splits out to the top of the screen. Quick throw and picked off. The deflection and intercepted by Highsmith. Touchdown. What a start for the Steelers.
So that one wasn't Deshaun Watson's fault. The second of 2 Monday Night Football games, staggered 1 hour apart for reasons that I cannot understand. On ESPN, that game on ABC. But was it not nice to see? Who else got a great big pants tent over the failures of other quarterbacks last night? And perhaps it makes me a miserable person, but Deshaun Watson, again, sucked last night. No way to sugarcoat it. He sucked. Sacked 6 times. His elusiveness, not what it used to be. Holding on to the football forever. Not making great reads. Not really challenging anyone downfield. He did throw it somewhat decently to Amari Cooper. Cooper, I think, had 90 yards on the game or something like that. And the Steelers' defense is good. It has TJ Watt. But Watson looked like doo-doo. out there. And you know what's going to be really funny? It's going to be as the Browns' ship is sunk yet again by subpar quarterback play. Every excuse in the book will be made for Watson. And you've already seen it. You saw them going into this year. Oh, yeah, well, it was awkward with him coming back week 11, not being able to really work with the team, get in a groove with the team over the course of the season. Okay, well, what is it now? At this point, if you're the Browns, what do? This is a terrible contract. Shout out to, what's his name?
David Mulgeta.
David Mulgeta, yeah. Shout out to David Mulgeta. David Mulgeta, the biggest winner of all. Watson stunk. He got called for 2 face masks in a game. How often does that happen? He shoved the referee. I guess it's on the table for him to potentially be suspended for the next game for the Cleveland Browns, which is also really funny to think about. I'm not going to lie. Didn't watch much of that game last night because I was focused more on Astros-Orioles. The Astros, of course, lost 8-7 if you want to weigh in on that. But, oh, my God, that was beautiful. And I'm a sick person. I like to see teams fail. I like to see certain players fail. I think everybody in Houston wants to see Deshaun Watson fail on a somewhat personal level because of the way that he left, the things that he allegedly did. It's definitely more probable than not that he did those things than Tom Brady deflated a couple of footballs. But whatever. I'm trying to stick to this one. Everyone's rooting against him here. And he stinks. He just stinks.
It's honestly, and maybe this is more on me, I can't, every bad game that Deshaun Watson has, like absolute stinker of a game that he has, I'm like surprised. I cannot believe that he's just not good at football anymore. It's crazy.
You think it might come back. I'm with you in that.
I thought it would be good. I thought there's a chance that he just played pretty well. Like, I'm not even saying like is a top 5 quarterback or anything. I'm just saying like plays pretty well. Like, and he can't do that.
Is it possible he was never as good as we thought he was? Is it possible?
System quarterback. Bill O'Brien, system quarterback.
Now that would be
I'm really loving Bill O'Brien on today's show. I don't know why.
You really are. You're very complimentary of him.
Does a great job with Mac Jones.
This was the quarterback of a 4-12 team back in 2020, and people were calling him a top 5 quarterback. And it was conventional wisdom. No one even pushed back on that. Oh, he's great. He's awesome. Then he doesn't play in 2021 for a variety of reasons. He doesn't play until week 11. Excuses are still being made for him. But the reality is he has sucked since he's been back. And he had a full offseason this time around. Kevin Stefanski is going to be the one that's blamed next. Andrew Berry, the general manager, probably blamed next. How long will it take for the Browns to look at Deshaun Watson the same way that Sean Payton's probably looking at Russell Wilson? Because Watson's 28 years old. I mean, you're expecting to get the best football of his career right about now. And he did show a little bit of mobility last night. The Steelers do have a very good defense, so you do have to give Pittsburgh a little bit of credit there. I mean, he was running for his life. This also happened. 2 defensive touchdowns courtesy of Deshaun Watson giving the ball up.
180. Neal showing blitz. Here he comes. Pressure ball out. Picked up. Walk. Touchdown Steelers.
That's Highsmith both times on that one. He stunk. I don't know if he's ever going to be good again. And this is great for the Texans because the way things currently stand, and we're 2 games in, but the Browns would have the 11th pick in this year's draft if the season ended right now. The Browns would have it. The Texans got it via trade. So, yeah, right now the Texans pick, if the season were to end today, 5th overall, would go to the Arizona Cardinals. But pick number 11, not so bad. Is Watson going to play poorly enough to drag Cleveland all the way down to the NFL gutters? I'm not sure about that because I do think Cleveland is a talented team.